Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Tainted Grail on Tabletop Simulator. Last time we went through the tutorial thing, which taught us the basics of how to play, but it definitely left quite a bit out, so we're gonna see how this goes, diving into the full game. And as part of that, we're going to follow the official just straight setup. So we're gonna choose a character. We're choosing Bayor again. So his shit's pretty much all set up already. Whoops. That's all set. That's all set. Set aside 80 combat and diplomacy cards to match the color of your character tray. 50 basic combat cards and diplomacy cards. 30 advanced. Okay, so for Bayor, base decks, here you go, Bayor. Okay, but this implies there's only 15. Oh. It's weird. Advancement by color and advancement by character, and I don't know why there's a difference. But we start with just these 15. Either way. So we'll worry about the rest later. Okay. Read your character's introduction letter. Let's go ahead and do that. If I can actually read it. Yeah. Bayor, you were always a good lad and a great help. I would have closed the forge long ago if not for the strength of your arms and your resolve. I feel I owe you something. When I told you to stay in Connacht to keep an eye on my property, I misguided you. The forge is already lost, just like the rest of our land. The sagas of old are true. Our island once belonged to twisted, immortal powers. It was not a place for humans. But Arthur, the first of the kings, who landed on these shores with our people, subdued Avalon inch by inch. He took the Grail from the Four-Dwellers and used it to bring seasons and cycles known from our world to this godless place. We all thought the men here in our village was raised to immortalize this. The truth is, it was created to keep these ancient powers at bay. Now the Menhirs go dark. Something has broken. Spring will not come. The animals won't breed. Lord Yvain secretly gathered the 5 strongest and wisest people of Connacht, including me. He leads us east to seek help in Camelot before it's too late. Before the land starts sinking into the weirdness. If we don't return, it means we have failed, and the fate of Connacht falls to you. Yvain didn't want you with us due to your lack of experience and short temper, but I've always believed in you, lad. Save our people, or if you cannot, try to save yourself. Alright. Okay, then we got a map. We're going to set the starting location as 101. And then we get the 4 locations around it. Blip. 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 Right. We've got the men here. Going there. Bayor starts there as well. So that's good. Okay, that's all set. Turnus photo shows the following numbers: 8 for 1 player, 7 for 2, 6 for 3, 5 for 4 players. Okay. So we are setting this bad boy to 8. We built the starting map. Yep. Prepare the encounter card. Take all encounters and sort them by color into 4 piles. Each pile should contain 31 cards, including a special encounter marked as your first encounter. Okay. One encounter. 17, 22, 30. Okay, so that's 30. And here's the first encounter. Okay, hold on. Take all encounters, sort them by color into 4 piles. Each pile should contain 31 cards. Okay, use these piles to build your encounter decks in step 9. Prepare the secret and item decks. Take all item and secret cards and place them in 2 piles next to the encounters. May want to sort them by number. Okay, so they don't have to be, but items should be shuffled. So these are shuffled. Take a fresh save sheet. Distribute help cards. Pick your yeah. Find the chapter 1 setup card and follow its instructions, starting from the front side. That's what we need. Chapter 1. Here. Find all parts of chapter 1 and stack them from 6 to 1. Find all parts of chapter 1. Okay, that would be this. There's 6 on the button. Okay, well, I did that. It's done. Some event cards will modify the event deck, for example, by adding random events on top of it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Build your 4 initial encounter decks. Gray, green, purple, blue. For 1 player, we use all cards with 1 thing. Shuffle these decks. This is your first game. Place a matching your first encounter card on top of them. Okay, so we're just using these first ones. And then these go here, 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 here. We put this one on top of this one on. So those we've already done. But now they're for real. They're for real this time. Consequences are real. You're not ready to start Chapter 1 of the Fall of Babylon? As your first action of the game, try exploring your starting location. Remember to read the introduction to the exploration journal before you explore for the first time. Discard this card and reveal the top card of the event deck. Okay. Place this card on top of the active quest pile. Active. Oh, okay. Time is short. The guardian menhir that has been protecting your town since the ancient days is about to go dark. Rumor has it that there's a secret druidic ritual that may help you rekindle the menhirs. You must explore the location surrounding Connacht to find it. So our quest is to earn a menhir rites secret card. To do so, you'll have to explore the locations surrounding Connacht. As soon as you have it, resolve the Chapter 1 Part 5 card from the event deck and discard this card. Remember not to change the structure of the rest of the deck. If this is your first game, try to return to Connacht at the end of this day and spend a night there to read the dream, as dreams often contain hints. Okay, and then we have random events. That should probably be shuffled as well. Take all random event cards, shuffle them, yep. When asked to draw an event, you'll always draw from the deck, never from the random event pile. Okay. Exploring your home location is a good first step. Okay. That's it. And we're ready to go. So let's look at our process of the day from our reference cards. Start of the day. Okay, we reduce menhir dial, so it already ticks down to 7. Reveal the next event card. That would be this one. Homeless vagabonds roam the roads and trails. Many hail from fishing villages further west, where the last menhirs went dark weeks ago. Though malformed and sick, they're the lucky ones. Their tales chill you to the bone. Is this the fate that awaits your land? Help the refugees. Each player may spend 1 wealth or 1 food to gain 1 rep and 1 XP. Okay. There are several ways to gather food or heal around your starting location. You may need to find them, though. Okay, is this just a immediate temporary thing? I assume so. That's usually how it works. Okay. Unlike regular events that stay active for 1 day, events containing quests remain on the table until specified. So, yeah, this is just an immediate thing because it's not a quest. So, I guess I'll spend a food in order to succeed on this. So I gain a rep and an XP. That seems good. Seems worthwhile. Then place 5, -1 per player. Additional random events on top of the event deck. Then discard this. Story events. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, because we're supposed to have our event deck. This is just a whole big stack. We don't want to do that. We want 1 through 6. So this should be here. Then 5, then 4, then 3. And this is chapter 2 here. And then we're going to take 4 of these. Yes. Then discard this card. Alright. That's it. Okay, so that was that. And now we can do our actions, which are all outlaid here. Explore, travel, location action, inspect the men here, character secret, item actions, or pass. So right now, pretty much we're just exploring or traveling. There is a action on here. You can do chores for the townsfolk to gain 1 rep. But since I don't really know the benefit of rep right now, let's start with just the explore action. So we're going to spend 1 stamina, or 1 energy, I'm sorry. And we're looking at the back of this card. So you can just hold Alt and Shift. We don't have to flip it to look at it. A deep feeling of loss fills everything in Connacht, from dilapidated farms to the sunken eyes of those who remain in town. The men here in the market is all but extinguished, and everyone brave or resourceful enough is left to find a solution. Okay, we don't have Winds of Weirdness. We don't have Secret Card 66. We don't have Hunter's Mark status. Otherwise, book. Okay, book. Alright, 101. Oh, and actually lists. Okay, yes. Otherwise, choose 1. Visit the families of the champions from the first expedition. If you're to find them, knowing more about them might help. Yeah. Ask the townsfolk to help you prepare. Rest for the day in your own home. Wander the alleys twisted by the weirdness, only if the men here model is not in this location. Or we can leave. Alright, let's just do verse 1 then. This long winter, nearly everyone here lost a friend or a family member. First to hunger, then to disease. Finally, the 5 remaining pillars of the community, the only heroes this land has ever known, suddenly left. Now, when you look into the distant eyes of the last remaining residents, you realize they want to forget. Then loosen their tongues with mead. There's an old custom, a late-night wake for those who wandered far from their home. Holding it for everyone who left for the expedition won't be cheap, though. We can pay 1 wealth or 1 food to go to verse 2. Ask them to share their burden. That's if we had 1 empathy, I think. So if we had an empathy, we could just go to verse 2. Or we can leave and make another choice. Alright, I have a wealth, right? Let's spend a wealth. Oh, not this guy. This guy. Bayor. Spend the wealth. And let's go to verse 2. It takes a while to break the silence of the grief-stricken people, but when you do, stories of separations and departures flood you like torrential rain. You try to remember every detail. The color of a palfrey horse the village priestess Niante rode. The ornament on the hauberk that young Lord Yvain wore. The strange drinking hoard Urfir, the smith, used to lug around. The birthmark of Fail, the master huntsman. The embroidered cape of Aubert, or Aubert, I don't know. This probably Aubert. The seasoned traveler who'd seen all parts of the island. Who knows what detail can help you down the road. Gain part 1 of the Fate of the Expedition status. Alright. When you have parts 1 through 8 of this status, go to BOS, the Book of Secrets, verse 405. Okay, so that was that. Now I think we could do another exploration to go to do another one of these options. So let's try that. And we're gonna have ask the townsfolk to help you prepare. Though they have little left, they share with you their last remaining supplies. Somehow this seems unworthy of a hero, but since all the true heroes were lost, who will dare to question your methods? If you have at least 1 rep and you don't have the Scrounger status, each party member gains 2 food. Then gain 1 random item and the Scrounger status. Okay, we're a Scrounger, I guess. I mean, fuck you. Trying to save this planet. So we gain 2 food, which is great. And we gain a random item. We finally get to look at an item. Ritual Chalk. When activating a menhir, reduce the activation cost by 1 energy and 1 of 1 other resource. Then throw a dial. On a Grail, nothing happens. On a Skull, you discard this. Okay. Also, we have a map of the land. So here's Connacht. They went to Camelot, which is over here. Alright. Okay, yeah. Alright, so that was that. I think we can move on then. Let's move up to the Hunter's Grove. Or we could go straight to the Charred Conclave. That sounds kind of interesting. Let's be bold, shall we? Let's be a bold motherfucker. I'm gonna spend an energy, and we're gonna go to the Charred Conclave. Bayor doesn't fear a fight. So here we draw a gray encounter when we enter. So that's... what is a gray encounter? There's white encounters. Did you mean that? Oh, yes, they meant white. They meant gray. Whoever made the mod, for some reason, labeled it as white. So, alright, we're taking the top one of this card, and we're having it. We're having it. Traveling Merchant. His grim bodyguard eyes your every move. Bodyguards eye your every move. Draw 3 random items. You may buy any craftable item from this pile for 1 wealth, any other item for 2 wealth. May sell any of your items for 1 wealth. Oh, okay. We might get something better than this chalk. So we're gonna take 3. Alright. So... I assume the big C means that it's craftable. We have to double check though, because, you know, things have to be done properly. Items and equipment. Yep, C means craftable. Okay, so we can buy the Adventurer's Kit or the Battle Horn. Ooh. Hoo-hoo-hoo. The Battle Horn gives us a free cube at the start of every combat. That's pretty good. Just starting out right out the bat. The Adventurer's Kit ignores the effect of heavy rainfall and unnatural chill events. That seems a lot more situational. So let's trade our Ritual Chalk for the Battle Horn. Yeah, boy. These get shuffled back in, I assume. Then once you're done with an encounter, it goes to the bottom of the deck. Done. I remember that. That's what it said. Okay, that was that. Then let's spend another energy to look at the backside of this card. It doesn't take long to find it. You just have to follow your nose. The remnants of an enormous wicker man kneel at the bottom of a small vale. You were here when it was set alight years ago. The day was wet. The wicker man smoldered but didn't burn. Its victims, dozens of tightly packed druids, are still inside, their melted faces and charred beards pressed against the bars and looking towards the gray, silent skies. Barely audible, ceaseless whispers seem to fill the air. If we have Mangg around, we get verse 10. Otherwise, we just go to the book section. Alright. So we can stay a while and listen. We can dig through the remains. Or we can leave while our sanity remains intact. I mean, I'm picturing Beor here. I think he would dig through the remains. So let's go with that. Verse 2. You hum a joyful song to drown out the whispers and get to work. Prying apart half-melted bodies is grim and foul work, but you do find some valuables that were locked away with the unfortunate druids. If you don't have part 1 of the pillager status, gain 1 random non-companion item and part 1 of the pillager status. Each party member who has more than 1 empathy gains a terror. Okay, so we definitely gain part 1 of pillager. So we're a scrounger and a pillager. Of course. It's hard times, man. And we gain 1 random non-companion item. Alright. Wayfarer leaves. So we can, at any time, fully restore our energy, but we receive an unavoidable damage, and we dump it. Still, that's not bad. Okay, I definitely do not have any empathy whatsoever. That's a foreign concept. Now, I could become exhausted to continue doing stuff, but I would... I'd take a damage, and then I wouldn't get back to full energy. So I think we're fine. They see here his special action is spend 4 energy in a settlement. You get to draw 3 random craftable items and pick 1. That's actually pretty sweet. That's basically your whole turn, but still. Okay, so we're gonna end here. Not the video. We're gonna end the day here, so we have to consume a food. Because, I mean, you get a health back, you lose a terror if you do, but if you don't, your energy drops to 0. Which... Which means, I mean, you still get energy back. You don't go into the next day with 0 energy. But you'd be exhausted, so you'd only restore 4, which would put me at 3 energy. And I would take the damage from becoming exhausted. So yeah, eating food is good. So we're going to eat a food. That brings us back up to 6. We can advance our character by spending XP. Modify our dex, and then we have a dream. So let's look at this XP nonsense. Experience points are the primary means of character advancement. You can spend them at the end of each day to raise your attributes, gain additional combat or diplomacy cards, or gain skills. So you pay 2 XP to take 3 cards from the top of your advancement pool, pick 1 of them and add it to your deck. Okay. You can also swap cards in and out. They should always have at least 15. You can also advance attributes. Cost of raising attributes depends on the total value of the attribute pair. Okay, so I think they mean like the combat. So my aggression is the opposite of my empathy. My courage is the opposite of my caution. Practicality is the opposite of spirituality. This makes a lot of sense. So if your courage is at 2 and your caution was at 0, raising your caution to 1 is going to cost 6 XP. Because it would be the 3rd point in the pair. Yes, I see. I see. Whenever you earn a 3rd point in any single attribute, you can attach a skill card. Okay. So that's... Alright, so that's basically it. It's basically buying another combat or diplomacy card for 2 XP, or buying another attribute point for 2 or more XP, depending. And if you get a 3rd point in a single attribute, such as if I got an... if I went for an aggression point, instead of getting a 3rd cube, I would get a aggression skill card. Such as monstrous strength. In combat, whenever you connect a double aggression key, gain additional red cube. That's pretty good. Alright, so I only have 1 XP, so that's a moot point. It's all fine. Then we are in a location with that icon, so we're going to read the dream. If our terror was too high, we'd get a nightmare instead. Let me go. Here's our dream. In your dream, you flee from a rolling wave of darkness, slowly consuming the land behind you. You try to pick your paths carefully, making sure to gather ample provisions along the way, and to rekindle any menhirs you find. After a while, the wave catches up with you and swallows you whole. You come back to the start of the dream. This time you flee as fast as your legs can carry you, but hunger, dead ends, and the beasts of this land quickly end your life. To survive, you need to move fast, but not at the cost of your resources or survival track. Well, thank you for that brilliant hint. Okay, one other thing. Is there an item limit? You can have any number of items, but you may never use more than 1 item or secret with a single keyword at the same time. So at the start of the day, if you have several items or secrets with a certain keyword, you pick one and turn the others face down. Oh, okay. So none of these have a keyword. So I think we're fine. But yeah, you couldn't have like 3 shields you're all using during the day. Alright, so that's that. Oh, I was supposed to reveal locations here, wasn't I? 107 is here. And 109 is here. Okay, the whitening, as we know, and the Island Asylum. Okay. So our whole goal is to get the Menhir Right's secret card, and to do that we have to explore locations surrounding Connacht. So we could go anywhere, I guess. We've already been to Whitening, we know all about that. So let's spend an energy. Oh wait, we didn't do the start of day stuff. So we tick down the Menhir to 6. Because the Menhir, that's your fucking game timer, you know, once that hits 0, you're pretty much done. And we reveal the next event card. Beast on the Prowl. All players whose characters are out of settlements roll a die. The player with the lowest roll, okay, that's me, immediately draws a green encounter. Alright. So we're gonna get this starting encounter against the misshaped vermin. So first up, the battle horn triggers, so we get a red cube right out the gate. Then we're drawing 3 combat cards. So that's how combat starts. Check the enemy traits, but he doesn't have any. So we're fine there. And then we get to play cards. We know the deal. Okay. I want to, yeah, bring these over here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so could grapple into the throw, and I think they would basically be done. So if I do the grapple, right, that means I get a red cube, right? I also get to draw an extra card, but I don't think we even need it. Okay, then if I have this lightning symbol and I can connect it and activate it, I can play a second card, which that connects because I have 2 aggression, so that works. Then because of my practicality, I get another red cube, and then this yellow thing down here connects, and I get a red cube times 2, so that actually adds 3. And I obliterate this fucking mist-shaped vermin. Yeah. I mean, as far as I can tell. Thing is, though, it doesn't even say your first encounter. It's odd. I mean, obviously it is the first, and it's got all the tutorial text on it, but huh. I don't know if those go on the bottom of the deck or not. Shuffle. Shuffle? You receive a reward, sharing the placing counter card on bottom of its deck, and then reshuffle your. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it goes on the bottom. It's just kind of weird because it is the tutorial one, but sure. There you go. And we got 1 food out of that. And then these cards get shuffled back into my deck. And that was the easiest combat we'll ever have in this game. Alright, and that was my event. So that's that. Yep. So now we spent the energy. We're moving down to the Island Asylum. We can spend an energy here to pay a wealth to gain 3 health. Pay a wealth to gain 3 health. But we're going to pay an energy to explore here. The waves splash against the hull of the boat. A silent, hooded man slowly ferries you to a secluded island, its dark willow grove overlooked on 3 sides by an ancient necropolis carved into the side of the mountain. You know the sick are kept in deep, dark holds, yet you still feel uneasy stepping down onto the shore. Grim monks, the keepers of this place, inspect your body despite your objections. Only then do they agree to listen to you. Okay, I don't have a secret card 66. I don't have the tracker status and a dial representing the bow maiden. So we're just looking at the book, which is to be expected. 109. There you go. Okay, we can hire myself as an assistant, tour the island's monuments, sneak into the forbidden depths of the asylum, or leave. Let us sneak into the forbidden depths. That sounds great. Verse 5. Alright, roll a die, add +1 for each point of practicality and aggression, then check the total result. Damn, so I get to add 3. Yes. Alright, that is a 7. 5+. You managed to get into the deep halls unnoticed. Go to verse 3. If you have part 5, the dreams and prophecy status, go to verse 8. Otherwise, read on. Archdruid Wormtoe is on one of the deepest cells, desperately sustaining himself with magic. The last strips of skin left on his body resemble the scales of a half-scrubbed fish. His mind, however, seems in good shape. It doesn't take long for him to recognize you're an outsider. He takes a long, hard look at you. If you're playing Maggot, if he's in your party, or if you have fewer than one magic, you're unworthy of a single word, the druid fumes. Get out of here. The exploration ends. Fuck. Okay, that was a bummer. Then it's a question of, like, how much time do you really want to spend fucking around here? Alright, let's do one more. Let's hire ourselves as an assistant. If you have part 1 of Helping Hand status, go to verse 7, otherwise go to verse 10. While taking care of the sick, for the first time you witness the final stages of the disease. The skin parts, leaving wide red canyons of exposed flesh. The bloodshot eyes protrude from the skull. The lips, ears, and nose fall off. The pain is unimaginable and lasts for days. Even though priests assure you that the Red Death spreads only through direct contact, after each hour of work you scrub your hands almost to the bone. The Red Death, nice. So if our empathy was 2 or higher, we would be unable to finish our work. We'd lose 2 energy and get a terror. Damn. But luckily I'm not empathetic, so we can go to verse 13. You're somehow able to pull through an entire workday. The pay is meager. A day's ration of food. At least you've heard something interesting from one of the priests. It seems deep in the asylum there's a hold for the most violent and dangerous infected, where one of the patients is none other than Wormtoe the Wise, the legendary archdruid of the Circle. In the end, even he wasn't able to cheat the Red Death. Alright, we gained 2 food, and that's the rest of our turn. Fuck. I guess that makes sense. So we're gonna be spending a food. So that's that. So we eat the food. Our energy goes back to 6. We didn't get any XP. We didn't do any of that. I think we do get a dream. Yeah, we get a dream here. Wait, what? That's the icon for dream, right? Yeah. Read the dream. Oh, here it is. There are no real dreams in this place. The sleep is as cold and silent as the rocks of the island. Considering how much pain and death they've seen, perhaps that's a blessing. Okay. Alright. I don't think there's much else I can do here. So, the next day starts. This ticks down to 5 now. Time's ticking on our ass. We get another event. Wandering Beast. Draw cards from the green encounter deck until you draw one with a Guardian keyword. Put this encounter in the lowest numbered revealed location and then shuffle the encounter deck. If there's no Guardian encounter in your green deck, ignore this card. I don't know if there is. This is a horde. Horde. A hare. This is a boar. I don't think this was shuffled, was it? Oh, there it is, a guardian. Okay, shuffle this shit. Yeah, I know I shuffled. Alright, hold on. Grab this one. That should be on top. Alright, so this is gonna spawn here. After this brown bear found a feeding ground in the weirdness, it didn't take long for him to change. So he's got 8. And he could do some serious damage. And it gets really tricky to kill him. If he's got 6 cubes, his action is to lose 3. That's definitely a serious fight. And there's something with Guardians get special rules, I think. Guardians. These dangerous enemies will keep roaming the area even after you escape. If you fail to defeat a Guardian encounter, place this card on the location where you've triggered it. At the start of each day, roll a Guardian die. Okay, so this will tell you if it moves, if it doesn't move, or if you get to discard it. If you enter a location with a Guardian, immediately trigger the encounter. And if it enters your location, immediately trigger the encounter. Wow, okay. I mean, Bayor probably could handle it, but you never know. Okay, so we're... okay. And then shuffle the encounter. Oh yeah, I did that. Okay, so we actually do the event and then we move Guardians. So I think we roll that die right now. It moves east. I guess. Their die seems to be a little different than mine, but, you know, the point is clear. It's an eastward movement. Alright. That's good. He's away from home. I like that. Yeah, alright. Let's get us a move on. We're gonna move over to the Forlorn Swords. And that reveals 108. Rubwood. Alright. Sensing their own end, 4 dwellers ordered giants to push humans into the sea, but the giants abandoned their weapons here. That's badass, dude. That's badass, man. Alright, so we can do an energy to pay a wealth and draw a craftable item. But I'm a little poor at the moment, so let's just explore. You rest a while in the shade of titanic swords, their rusty smell causing your nose to tingle. 100 yards away, an elder smith toils, chipping at the jagged edge of a giant weapon. The hammer he uses to break apart this ancient steel seems very strange, as does the sound it makes. I don't think there's a quest token here, so let's just look at the book for 105. Okay. We can attempt to climb one of the swords. Is that gold you see high up on the pommel? You can try to talk with the smith, or rest in the shade of the sword. Dude, Bayor is gonna climb that shit. Alright. So then we can try a free climb, trusting our strength and agility. We roll a die, add +1 for each point of our health. Study the sword's surface, find the best approach and climb slowly. Pay 1 energy per party member. Roll a die, add +2, then add +1 for each point of your health. Or prepare ropes, climbing hooks, and proceed with extreme caution. Requires 1 or more caution. Pay 2 energy per party member. Roll a die, add +5, then add +1 for each point of your health. Okay. I do have a caution, but I'd have to spend 2 energy for that. Let's go for the middle ground. Just because I have a lot of health. I have the most health in the game by a little bit. So we'll go for that. We'll pay 1 energy to study the sword surface. So we're going to roll a die, add +2, and then add 9. So we're adding 11 to this number. Nice, 16. That's got to be pretty good. Go to verse 10. Your result was 14 or higher, yeah. A perfect climb. If there's no quest token on the location card, go to verse 14. Alright. Sweaty and tired, you're now in a narrow niche that was once the sword's fuller. There, you rest a while, feasting your eyes on the wide open vistas of the island. From here, you can see there are 2 more menhirs near Connacht. One sits hidden between the mist-covered mounds of the 4 dwellers. Another is in the hills near a cursed town known as Whitening. Put a quest token representing your progress on the location card. If you have no energy left, you're too exhausted to go up or down, the sun is already setting. Go to verse 15. Otherwise, choose one. You look up and notice the sword's guard shining far above your head. Okay, so we'll have to do it again. Alright, so we put a quest marker here. We're gonna do the same thing. We'll spend another energy. And this is adding 11 to it again. Oh, that's not quite as good, is it? That's a 13. You slip several times, cutting yourself on sharp edges before you reach the top. Each party member loses a health. And then we get to go to verse 6. Alright, that's acceptable to me. Verse 6. Go to... things. Okay. Some skulls. This was not explained to me. This was not explained, man. Okay, I'm just like looking for this symbol. I don't think I'll find it. Maybe it's at the start of the book. Oh, here you go. Decoding Secrets. Secrets are hidden so players don't read them by accident. They often include important mysteries of Avalon and its people. You should read secrets only when instructed to. Find all of them in the Book of Secrets. Whenever the explorer into 3 empty, you must decipher the number of your secret. Place dials in all slots in the direction of skulls. Okay. How the fuck do I do that on this? There must be a token or something I'm missing. There must be something I'm missing. That donkey. Yeah, because otherwise, how do you solve this? Without these special dials. How? It's so weird that it wouldn't even... That seems like a really basic, important thing that they would put into this mod that's kind of crucial. Or is this like a preventative measure to make sure you own the game? And that seems odd. Just give me a second then. Alright, I found them. They're right, these Grail Coins. Right here. These the skull and the thing, and they're really friggin' hard to read. Apparently there is an app. There is an app you can use that basically has everything just in digital form, so you don't even have to mess around with this. But I don't want to hook up my phone again and have that on the screen, so we'll just deal with this for now. Sorry, we should be able to then... Let's go back to where we were. Forlorn Swords. Okay. And so what you're gonna do, I'm hoping this works. You take this and you rotate it so the skull matches, and then it points to a number there. I mean, it's barely visible. It's really not great. I assume it's clearer in person. But you can see they each have a number. It's so shit, you know, it's so shit. But you can see, based on like the other numbers around it, this is a 4. This one, I mean, it doesn't look like anything, right? It doesn't look like anything. But this 3, 4, 5, so this is a 2. Okay. And then 5, 6, 7. So this is a 7. So 4, 2, 7. Then we go to the Book of Secrets. And we're going over to page, or verse 427. There you go. You did it! You pull yourself onto the sword's crossguard, as wide as a moat. Startled seabirds watch from their nests. You stretch your arms wide as if to embrace the entire island. From here you can see incredible faraway places. The pale, smooth walls of a four-dweller fortress to the northwest. The castle of Camelot far along the eastern shore. The reflective surface of the Mirror Lake directly to the north. And the sacred druid moonring behind it. Then you discover that many parts of the sword's crossguard and pommel are still covered in gold. If you don't have part 1 of a hidden treasure status, each party member gains 1 XP and 2 wealth. And part 1 of the hidden treasure status. So yeah, that prevents you, I guess, from just doing this over and over, which makes sense to me. So hidden treasure is 1. We get 1 XP and 2 wealth. Me likey that. 1 XP, 2 wealth. There you go. Alright, exploration ends. So does our day, actually. Unless I wanted to use this Wayfarer leaves, but I think for now we're fine. So let's end the day. We're gonna consume a food. I'm trying to think if I consumed food yesterday, but I think I did. Yeah, I did. We restore energy to full. We get a health back. We can advance our numbers. No, we can't advance any attributes. Because it would at least be 2 points here for spirituality. What character doesn't have... No. No, no matter what. No matter what. Yeah. First point in one of the attribute pairs. No character has 0 points in the pairs. Maybe there's an effect that makes you lose that shit, but that's bad. So we'd have to spend at least 4. And that would be only to put a point onto spirituality. Or another point into practicality, I guess. Which is what I probably would do. But yeah, that gets pricey. So we can draw 3 combat or diplomacy cards from my advancement pool. Choose 1. Okay. So our pool then is both of these. Okay, I guess... Oh, I see how they do it then. So Bayor is a blue character, so he goes on the blue tray, the blue sheet. But there could be other characters. There could be other blue characters. And so that's why you have cards for the blue sheet and for your character specifically. Yeah, okay. So we would mix these into these. And then I would draw 3, I believe. And we'd get 1 to shuffle into our deck. Okay. Oh, brutal attack looks pretty epic. Look at that. Red cubes, and it's got that quick action. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Hammer swipe has like nothing going on. But when you draw it, you discard 10 cards from the top of your deck. And then next turn you gain fucking 10 red cubes. Holy shit. Now, is there a bad thing to discarding cards? Oh, if there's no cards, you are forced to escape. Okay, alright, that clears it up. That's interesting. I mean, if you open with that, it's just like, well, I win. Go fuck yourself. I mean, that would... Yeah, if I open with that, turn 1 against the weird bear, I would just win. I would just win. But you'd have to open with it, and down the line, it's just sort of worse. Okay, interesting. I'm tempted, but brutal attack is just all around kind of solid. Enrage, also solid. And when you play it, you lose an energy and gain a red cube for each aggression you have. I think that's how I interpret that. Oh no, connected key. So for each connected aggression key you have on the timeline, you gain a cube. So that could be quite a bit, because pretty much all of Beor's shit connects on that. That's also not bad. But that forces you to lose an energy, and I feel like energy is kind of precious for me. So let's go with Brutal Attack. Shuffle that in. I spend 2 XP. These get shuffled back into my pool. Alright, good, 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 good. So we did that. There is a dream here, so let's do the Forlorn Swords dream. Go back to here, okay. Right. The army of men formed a defensive line with their backs toward the sea. At last, a last desperate stand. But the Four Dwellers did not attack. Instead, they sent giants to do the dirty work. As the Titans began to advance, men cowered behind their shields and horses panicked. Only Arthur held his ground. He knew the giants would come. He counted on it. Alone, he marched out to meet them, stretching his arms wide. Half an hour later, the giants bent their knees before the human king and drove their weapons deep into the hill, vowing never to take them up against humans. Damn, fucking Arthur. Each character who has this dream loses a terror. Oh, so that makes you less afraid. Alright, we're calm as a rock. Calm as a rock, I say. Okay. Next day, this ticks down to 4. Oh boy. Reveal the next event card. Heavy rainfall. Each travel costs 1 additional energy. Shit. For this turn, I assume. Then we move Guardians, so we roll that die. X. Does that mean, that means he goes away, right? Just double checking. Yep, X. Remove the Guardian from play, return his card to the bottom of the deck. Alright, well, we didn't get to fight him. Someday. Someday. Okay, I think we can remove that quest marker. Alright, so we'll spend 2 energy to move to the Grubwood, because this lets us explore for free, which probably means it's bad. Some think it was given this name because it fed settlers in dire times. Others believe it's due to the maggots crawling over its slumping trees. Lovely. Even in broad daylight, the Grubwood is not a good place to be. Its old trees bend towards each other like whispering hags. Old chains attached to treetops chime with every breeze. The ground under them is foul and drenched in some strange substance. As you inspect it, you're startled by a hooded figure that watches you from behind the trees. Its frayed cape arches upward on its back as if covering a pair of wings. When the creature realizes you've spotted it, it runs away. Intrigued, you give chase, but after a while it disappears between the gnarly trees. Tired, you lean on one of the trunks, only to discover that it is crawling with fat, white maggots. Alright, remove this location card, replace it with location 110. Okay, I can probably manage... Oh, Haunted Grubwood. Great. Okay, so... As an action, we can cook some worms to gain a terror and 1 food. The flesh of fat worms that crawl over the slumping trees is pungent and gooey. The sound they make when thrown into boiling water resembles a child's shriek. Good God. Alright, let's spend an energy to explore this location. Even in broad daylight, the Grubwood is not a good place to be. No, I already let you. Keep thinking about the creature you startled on your first visit here. Is it possible someone lives in this foul place? And we're going to the book for 110. Yep. Yep. Let's fucking bounce. I guess that's how you flip it. Although you really gotta. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right. 108 has no. Yeah. Okay. 110. Okay, we can walk into the grubwood or leave. Well, that would be stupid, so let's walk in. How far do you dare to wander? We can skirt the grubwood's border by rolling a die. Go deeper, but don't lose sight of the forest's edge. Pay 1 energy. Requires 1 or more courage. Roll a die, add +3. Or head straight into the heart of this rotten land. 2 energy. But we add +5. Alright, again, let's just go with 1. So I'm rolling a die and adding 3 to it. That means that this die roll... No, fuck. Alright, we got a 4. Oh. 1 to 4. A strange beast is licking and sucking the ooze-drenched underbrush. Oh, Mert. Draw 2 purple encounter cards and resolve 1 with the lower value. You got it. Alright, so we got... You telling me you shuffled this shit? Pretty sure I did. Okay. Yeah, alright, so... Doesn't matter. They're identical in every way. So this gets thrown to the bottom. Mist Stalker is our combat. It often hunts in the gray expanse of weirdness. Ambush. If you lose all energy, escape from combat. Oh shit, this guy really drains our energy. Fuck. Oh god. I have to kill him in 1 turn, otherwise I'm gonna lose energy. Alright. Shit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. He doesn't do any damage. Just drains our energy. Ugh. Okay, we can do... Oh god, no. He X's out the gold for the first one. Yeah. Okay. Means... No, but I can't do... that would let me draw 2 cards. If I do this, and then I go into this, I can draw 2 cards. And then maybe... The number we're trying to get to is 5, so it's a little hefty. Could go this into this, but I would lose an energy. Next turn at the start, I'd gain 2 cubes. But he would make me lose an energy as well. I'd be down to 0. And then I'd flee the combat. So... I think we have to draw into something really good. So let's go with Defend. And then let's go into Ignore Pain. Oh no, I can't play that. No, you're right. Can't play that because... I do start with a red cube, thanks to Battlehorn. But yeah, no matter what... At this rate, I'm going to lose 2 energy. So I need to get another cube on there. At the very least, we need to get 1 cube on. Which means... Shit. I don't have anything that's gonna put a cube on. God damn. This is terrible. I have to play something though. Because otherwise... Actually, no. Maybe I don't play anything. Because if you don't play... Oh no, if you don't play anything, you get opportunity, and then he does the attack. So you want to play something if you can. Otherwise it just compounds. Fuck! This is a terrible opening hand, especially due to this X on the gold thing. There's really not much I can do. So I guess we'll play defend. Because at least then I get to draw a card. I don't know why they put the... Yeah, whatever. Okay, so... Yeah, this is shit. So then 0 to 1, I lose a cube, and then I lose 2 energy. Okay, so it's over no matter what. I couldn't do anything about it. So I lose 2 energy, which sucks. Because that means I lose a health as well. Let's look at escaping combat. This is not how this was supposed to go. Oh, you can panic if your terror is higher than your health. Okay. Oh, and instead of picking your card, you just play the top card of your combat deck. And you don't draw a new one at the end of your turn. Shit. It's pretty rough. Run away. Here you go. Characters are not the only guys I'm creating. No, wait a minute. Escape here. Okay. So at any time, you can lose an energy and trigger the opportunity attack. Then you place encounter card on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So that would ordinarily be a voluntary action. But he has this ambush thing where if you lose all your energy... Oh, he escapes. We're not running away. He's escaping from me. Which is... Yeah. Okay, we didn't win the encounter. Nothing good happened. We lost all our energy. It's all shit. It's all shit. That was terrible. If I had gone in with more energy, but yeah, who could have known? Who could have known there'd be shit like that in the deck? So then I take this back, shuffle it back in, blah, blah, blah. And... after this combat exploration ends. Okay. Oh, that was terrible. That's definitely the end of the day. So, we get to eat a food to get our health back up. We're exhausted, so we only go up to 3 energy now. We get the dream. The only thing you remember in the morning is torment and indescribable pain. Your legs and arms feel like someone tried to rip them out at the joints. We lose an energy. Fuck this place, man. Shit. I think we ditch this place. I think I should play Wayfarer Leaves and just leave this place for good. This is not Bayor's place to be. At the same time, though, I kind of want to do another combat where I push their shit in. So I don't know. Okay, that was our dream. So now this ticks down to 3. We get another event card. Beautiful weather. Your first travel today costs 1 energy less. When drawing a random green encounter, draw 2 and pick one with the smallest value. Oh, it's such a nice day. Look at that. That's beautiful. Move costs 1 energy less. Okay, I guess, yeah, just like 7th Continent, movement on different things had different values. So, but for these locations, normally it's just 1, so we're fine. We can move for free then. But still, I still don't want to become exhausted. So, I think what we do... we'll leave it off here. We'll leave it off here. We're definitely going to continue, but it's a fresh, beautiful day. We'll start off there next time. I'm probably going to use this to get full energy, and then we're going to dive back into the Grubwood so I can kill something and feel good about it. But alright. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Tainted Grail. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.